Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Rag Nation League Season 4 qualifiers. I am so excited to get underway with this season, and we're going to find out who the next 11 drivers are to join the remaining 9 that have stayed from Season 3 into Season 4. You know who I am. I'm Ben Raggan McConnell, and joining me is Jess. How you doing?
I am really excited on who's going to qualify. We've got a variety of different drivers here today. 3 heats taking place today before we find out who they are. Let's get underway with this.
Yep, so you've just seen the Russia track. They're going to be driving on light rain today. So it's going to be intermediate tyres. And then we're going to be going over to Germany. So the top 20 drivers who get the fastest 20 times, they will be the ones that are advancing from the first heat into Germany. So there's initially 3 heats for the first set, if that makes sense. And you're about to see who's in these heats now. So there you go. Heat 1, this is the one we're doing right now. So there's about 10 drivers that are actually in the session right now. Heat 2 is the next set in the second there. You can see actually Beaker is in there as well. So he's got a lot to fight for. And then Heat 3, you got some very familiar faces across the board. And it's going to be a very exciting session regardless. So remember, only the top 20 fastest drivers of that list there go into the next section of the qualifier, which is over in Germany. So that's going to be dry. Russia is going to be in light rain. So just remember that. This is going to be crucial. We want to see who can handle the wet conditions, who can handle the dry conditions. But in Germany, we're going to be doing Q1, Q2, and Q3. So after Q1, we will lose the 5 slowest drivers. Then we'll lose a further 5 for Q2. But obviously, we'll already have worked out who the top 10 are. And then we're going to then have them positioned based on that. So here we go. Don't know why it just decided to play again. I clearly told it not to loop, but it decided it was going to do it anyway. So Jess, now I'm not going to do it to you. We already said this because we don't want to. We're a firm believer in karma and faith and all that. And fate, sorry, was the word I was looking for. So we don't really want to jinx anybody. But who do you want to watch first?
It's very tough. I would like to watch Zones. I've seen him really fast in other leagues, and I can see him challenge for potentially a spot. These are all new drivers who I haven't seen in the league before, so this is a completely fresh state for these guys.
So I've recognised every single driver here, and I've kind of understand the pace for a lot of them. I'm not saying that these are necessarily the guys that are going to get through, but these are some of the guys you need to watch out for. Zone's very quick. I've not seen him actually though in wet conditions. I really don't know how well he's going to perform. And Russia in itself is a very track limits kind of track, and you can't really allow yourself to just run a bit too wide, otherwise you will very easily get yourself invalidated. And obviously if that was a race, we're talking penalties, we're talking stop goes potentially if you get too many, and we're talking even disqualifications if it gets too severe. So Zones obviously is somebody to watch. FK Gaming, another one. But honestly, every single one of these drivers here has very much got the capabilities to get into the top 11, because it's the top 11 that will make it into the next season. Top 20 right now is what they're all focused on, and that's overall. So it's not just top 20 in this session, because otherwise everyone would be in. Top 20 across all drivers.
Yes, indeed. And the main reason why we're doing these wet conditions is obviously in every race you may get an opportunity, you may get a chance to race in these wet conditions, because the race is set to dynamic. So if they can't handle the wet conditions, how are they going to handle in RNL? So that is why we're challenging these drivers to the limit today.
Yeah, I mean, we've done some qualifiers before. This is the 3rd time we've done a qualifier, and it's been tremendous. Seeing the way that these guys really push it through. The one driver we're not going to see this time around is Forseti. He actually did, if you remember last year and the year before, last season and season before, he actually did the qualifier, and every time he just scraped into it, which was incredible to see. It's good to see how hard he pushed himself and just eked out that little bit more and really showed what he's capable of. So, first driver to get a time on the board was Zones. He's done a 1:43.831. Dan has followed it up with a 1:44.027. We're currently waiting for others to cross the line. But so far, looking pretty good. Dan, Kaibachini, is up there now, 1:44.336.
Yes, Zone with an impressive lap time. I told you that he was one to watch out for as well, and we're starting to see some bankers at the moment, and they can go out for as much as they like. They can really start to push to the limits here, and they're going to have a huge disadvantage because they're the first heat. They're not going to know what the other drivers in the other heats are gonna do. Heat 3, they're gonna have advantage. They're gonna watch the other heats and say, right, what can I do to actually increase my time? Therefore, we're gonna do some practice right now and see how can I find a few attempts to get into that top 20. But you never know, we may see people from Heat 1 actually progress to the top 20. So it is anyone's game.
I think absolutely. I think we're going to be seeing a bit of this and that from every heat, to be honest. I think, like I said, there's a lot of drivers that very much deserve it, very much been working hard for it. And the amount of times I see in the league chat and the general chat, people have been, sorting out practice sessions. Kai Bicini being one of them. Many times I've seen him in the league chat saying, guys, let's get some practice going. I want to get some practice. And he's so committed. A lot of these drivers are hella committed, which is brilliant. We want to see that on a more regular basis, and especially going into the actual season itself. You're going to need to be able to sweat your heart out because it's getting faster every season that goes by.
Yes, I mean, look back to season 1. Beaker actually won season 1, and then when we got to season 3, the caliber of drivers was just amazing. They were all so close in the quali and the races, and we just got a faster caliber of drivers again. It's just, this league is awesome. That's the main reason why we only have 1 tier, just so we can have 4 lobbies every week and also have the stronger amount of drivers. We even got an esport driver in there, for goodness sake.
Yeah.
So it just goes to show how popular this league is.
Yeah, we're yet to see him. He's in the final heat, so bear that in mind. I think Wookie's got damage. Yeah, he does. He's got left end plate damage, so road trip back to the pits is what it seems like it's going to be. Got a few times I've already been put on the board. One very nice time that's been put on the board for anybody who's a little bit keen for that sort of eye. 1:44.444, which is beautiful. I love seeing stuff like that. Very rarely happens, but when it does, it's a nice little tingling feeling.
Yeah, it does. I mean, I've seen someone do the same lap times, but to have one that has the same numbers in itself, it is just great to see. And the times are pretty close already, so it's going to be very competitive, I can tell, towards the end. And obviously in Heat 1, they won't know if they made it through yet. They'll just have to hold fire. But I'm guessing if they got to make sure they qualify pretty much, I think, top 3, top 4 to make sure they may have stand a chance, really. And this is a heat which got less drivers in, so they might have more of a chance this heat, but we'll know. And someone's lost their front wing. That's Exano, actually. So he'll have to go into the pits again, for sure. And he hasn't set a lap yet, so that is a bit of a gamble.
So Zone's on his way back out again. He is currently the fastest driver. 1:43.831 is the time he's set currently. Obviously, 2/10 separates him and Dan, who's currently P2. Get Owen is there, 1:44.161. 1:44.336 is there for Kai. He's now on an outlap as well, so he might be going for it. Dan is actually going to cross the line. Is he going to improve? Oh, he's done it. Dan puts himself on provisional pole. 1:43.672. That's just under 2/10 faster than Zone, so really well done there.
Yeah, I've seen him in obviously Thursday night leagues, and he means business, and to be honest, I won't be surprised if I see him up there by the end of the night, to be honest. That was just incredible. He's managing those wet conditions very, very well.
So, Zone's on his outlap, Kai Bicini on their outlap. Let's see now if Kai has got the ability to get up there and push himself a little bit further. He's only got 2/10 to get near his, well, I guess, his constructor teammate, although they're not actually teammates in this, they're just chosen the same car. The only 2/10 to really improve. He can easily, that's just one corner, really. If you get that corner a little bit faster and you get a little bit more grip through there and a little bit less of a mistake, that's easily done. So, fingers crossed for Kai. Bear in mind, he is only 12. The guy is rapid for a 12-year-old, let's just say.
Yeah. I was actually racing against him last week in the Formula E sim in Autosport, and I actually met him, and he's generally a nice guy, and he's so mature for his age. I've seen him all the time, like, I've asked him what you've been doing. He's like, I've been on the Formula E sim, and he's like, he sees that he's fastest, but he's like, right, what can I do to get faster?
Yeah,
and I just like the commitment that he's doing, even though he wants to get pole or something like that. But if he thinks that he's not setting his personal best, he's striving to be absolute better and trying to beat his time. His main competitor isn't himself. He doesn't worry about anyone else. He worries about himself, and that's what I like about him.
He's very much a perfectionist. There's not someone who will just settle for being the fastest. He has to go further and faster and just keep going, pushing himself even harder. And that's exactly what you need in a racing driver and a league racer. You need to be able to find that time and then improve it and then keep pushing it and just keep going and going and going and going. If you're not the best, then you've still got room to improve. And if you are the best, you still have to keep improving because these guys will be hunting you down. Speaking of hunting you down, Zones is currently on a hot lap looking to get Dan's time knocked into the dirt. Currently just under 2/10 separates the two of them. And then you've got a little bit of a further gap between him and Get Owned. I think Zones will be able to bring this in. 7 minutes 44 remaining.
Yep, I think Zones and Dan are getting very, very competitive. And don't forget, once they get to the final stages of Q3 in Germany, that will be all the spots on who they're going to get what team, because they were not going to be able to choose their teammate this time. There's predefined spots, chose at random, showing on who's on different teams. The top 10 from last season, they get a choice of what car they gone. Most of them have gone for the teams they went in last season. I believe Mizzo's in the Alfa Romeo this time, so, or the McLaren, I can't remember, but he is eager to find out who his teammate is. Hopefully he has a fast one, but that's a bit of a slide from Zones, though. Does he improve? No, he doesn't. So, Dan's still fastest.
Oh, watch Kai. Watch Kai. Okay, I've just seen he's 3/10 up, which puts him ahead of Get Owned, but if he's even a 10th faster, he could actually put himself right there next to Zones. This would be insane. Here he comes in. Across the line. It's invalidated. Oh, no, it's not invalidated. He's faster. He's just not fast enough. He lost a lot of time in those final 2 corners.
That was still impressive, and Kai is still finding improvement from last time, and every temp counts if you want to make it in this Rag Nation League, and that is what he's doing.
Yeah, Lando's Milkman, FK Gaming coming round the final corner now to start a hot lap. Off he goes then. Let's see what he can achieve. Where's Get On? He's currently going through, he's just started his hot lap. He's currently going through turn 4. So keep an eye out for that. Oh, he's actually backed out, has he? Yeah, he's backed out.
Yeah,
oh.
he has.
Unless, I don't know. It's very confusing. He's took a very different line. Oh, there's someone off the track. Who's that? That is Kai. He's had a big off. That's an entire front wing just disintegrate.
I think that was his in lap anyway, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I think so.
So it's not the end of the world, but if it was a lap before, then that would have cost him big time. So he's got a few more laps to do, so I have faith that he can improve. Nixano and Rookie, though, they need to get a move on. If they don't set a lap time, then pretty much they'll be out of the Rag Nation, and they don't want that, so they've got to get a move on.
Yeah, Wookie Lemon did just invalidate. He did a this and next invalidation through the final corner just to get a little bit too tight. That cost him the lap, so now he will not be able to improve and will have to go again if he wants to. I mean, look at that, 5 minutes 25 remaining in the session. He is just going to have to commit to another lap. Can't afford to lose anything, can't afford to dilly-dally. Lando's Milkman has started his hot lap. FK Gaming is... Oh, he's going slow. Has he got damage? I don't think he's got damage. I think he's just not happy with his lap.
No, I think he got invalidated, I think, then, so he's going again.
Get on then. He's coming through to finish his hot lap. Is this going to be faster? It's going to be close. It is faster. Oh, matching exactly at the same time as Zuns. 1:43.831. That's madness.
I just said it earlier. I liked the 4:44, and I liked the same lap times. I guess they can read my mind there, Ben. Wow, that's insane. I mean, both Mercedes drivers are pulling it out the bag today. I know they're not going to be in the same team, but I'm guessing they chose the right cars because they're just finding so much grip. And yeah, the top 5 really, really. Oh, and look, I've seen the same as well. Look, there's another 2 people at the same time. Euless and Machini.
I mean, we're just getting all of the glorious times today, aren't we? Look, we got double identical times. We had one that was a 1:44.444. This is just exciting. I love it. This is so good. Right, Lando's Milkman then. Where is he? He's currently going through the isn't straight, charging up to the very difficult corner, especially in the intermediate tires. That might have been an invalidation. I think he's kept it okay, but look at his wheel. He is working that wheel like crazy to keep it pointing in the right direction. Currently, he's doing that. The car is looking stable enough. Oh, back end kicking out just a touch there through the third to last. Now he's got 2 more corners to go. Currently, he's looking pretty solid. I don't know how nice this is going to be. Oh, no, he's in the pits. Is that enough?
Yeah, he set a lap time on the board, which is still pretty good. So this time could still make him into the top 20. So, and it's not over yet. Oh, Dan 1:43.297. He's pole at the moment. He's done what I said, what I think Kai would do. He didn't just beat his pole time, he smashed it.
Yeah, look at that. 6/10 separates Get Owned and Dan. He has really been putting the practice in. He wants to get in the RNL, and you can see he is going to get there with times like that, surely. But we haven't seen Heat 2, we haven't seen Heat 3 yet. We have no idea what the fastest times are. I did get told that someone did a 1:41. I don't know whether I was being trolled or not. I mean, surely I'm being trolled because these guys
Probably
are
Crow.
Yeah, it was him. It was him. He definitely trolled me. I bet he doesn't do a 1:41. I will guarantee he doesn't do a 1:41.
It might be time trial.
Yeah.
it is slower online, so just wait till heat 3, Crow, to tell us if you've done the 141 or not. But
put your money where your mouth is.
Yeah, Crow. Sorry. Yeah, we like putting the banter on Crow. Really, he started. He started in this community, and now he was in Red Bull Racing Esports, and has done quite. I don't think Dan has to go again. I think he'll be pretty happy with his luck. I won't be surprised if Dan goes into the pits.
No, I'm pretty sure he's going to go again. I know that he's going to be settling for P1 here, and yes, in this heat it's P1, but we don't know, and these guys don't know either, just how good their time actually is. I mean, okay, in comparison to these guys, it's faster. He's decided it's over?
He's going to the pits.
Yeah, it's over then. So Dan cannot improve. That has been confirmed. Get Owned has to be coming out of the pits already, which he looks like he is. I don't think he's made it in time, though.
I don't think so. We've got everyone else is on their outlap. No. I don't think so. It's going to be a close call. The outlaps are much slower than... Yeah, but he's in P2 though, so still pretty good. But there might be people in Heat 2 and Heat 3 that might be faster than this heat. So we need to get a move on.
Yeah, indeed. Zones is always backed out of that one. He should have enough time to go again though. There's still a minute 13 and he's pretty much 3/4 of the way through the track. So that's not the end of the world. Got a lot of people on outlaps, and this is where it's about to get exciting. So don't be too caught out when Zones does cross the line. His time will potentially be, well, it'll show in the top right, but it won't be faster, obviously, because he's driving so slow. But he will have another attempt to give it everything. I want to see who's going to benefit the most. Kaibchini's just started his hot lap. Off you go then, sir. Let's see what you can do.
Yep, he's 6th at the moment, and I'm sure he wouldn't want to be like that. He wants to be higher than 6th, and but his personal best was a 144, so if he can get to the 143s, that'll be impressive for him. And there's one person that'll be going nowhere. FK Gaming, he's binned in sector 1, so that's his qualifying session over. Will it be enough to see him into the next round? We'll have to wait and see. Nixana starting his final lap, and Rookie is just... Oh, no! That's it. That's over. That's over for Rookie. He's done it. He hasn't done enough. I think he's the first eliminator, sadly, because I don't think he's going to get a lap in time.
Yeah. So Rookie is going to be out then. Will not be able to make it into the RNL. Nixana, the only other driver yet to put a time on the board, and this is his final attempt. Cannot afford to get it wrong. Let's see as he goes around. Where can he get?
Well, we'll have to find out, as he's got 37.0 on his first sector, so... I've seen a front wing there. Was it an Alpha? Yeah, it was an Alpha. What Alpha was it?
The Zones, then, potentially.
Zones. So, he lost a bit, but not a lot. I'm just going to see if he improves in sector 2 or not for it to make any difference. It looks quite minor on his car, but he might lost a bit of downforce.
He's missing that left end plate, which makes every right-hander very difficult. So I think he's going to be impacted. I think he's going to have to settle for a 143.831. The concern is that matches exactly to the time that Get Owned has done. So let's see, as he goes through, if he's able to improve. Where is Kai Bacchini? He's coming to the line. He has improved. He is a 143.845. Just such close time to Zones and Get Owned. But currently P4. Let's see. How will these guys do? That was a really good time there from Kai.
That is good. A 4th person to get into the 143s. He hasn't done that in practice, so to do that when it counts is amazing. Olas. P2. Yeah. Olas, sorry, I'm rubbish at names.
It's alright.
Get Owned. Get Owned is 2 temps. Oh, no, actually, it's playing games with me. We'll see. No, he's 2 temps up, so he's improving as well. Oh my. This is going to get absolutely spicy. Oh, no, Nixana hasn't done it either. 158.9, that is nowhere near enough.
No, so Get On then, the only one who can really change anything now, like you said, he's 2/10 up, which will actually put him P2 if he finishes 2/10 faster. He's locked up there, just a touch, so that might have affected his time overall. Here he comes then through into the final corner, and he has jumped up to P2. So, times looking quick. That is good stuff. We do want to see how they fare overall. We'll get the times in just a second for you so you can see how Heat 1 pans out. Here we go. So Dan did a 143.297. Ghetto did a 143.433. Euless did a 143.772. Zones 143.831. Kai just slightly behind him, 143.845. Danico 143.902. So these are all really close times. And then you get Landos Millman 144.637. FK Gaming 144.764, and then Nixana, the only other person to get a time on the board, 158.979. Wookie Lemon won't be able to get a time on the board, so he is sadly out of the RNL running, because realistically, the only way that he could get in now is if everyone else didn't do a time, which won't happen. Alright, so bear with us 2 seconds. We're just going to move to the new lobby, and then we'll be right back with you. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We do have a slight issue in that Beaker has just left. So let me quickly give him... Oh, I can't give him an invite. That's a feel sad moment. So if somebody in-game could invite him, that'd be great. Sadly, the game has broken on us. But we are back now, so this is Heat 2. We saw the drivers in first heat. We knew how good they were at trying to get that sorted out in the lap times. And, top 3, excuse me, they were insane. Even the top 6 were pretty close together. Dan really put himself right at the front there. What is it, 143.2 it was in the end? That was just phenomenal. Now, there are a few drivers in here that I don't particularly recognise. So Kagan is new, Panpernik is new, some old faces I recognise. Obviously Racing Rick, who used to race some time ago. Obviously Nikax as well, I've not seen him before. So there is a possibility these guys could really just completely blow us out of the water and really surprise us with what they're capable of. We have seen Kagan is first out on track. Already had a little off, but nothing to worry about right now. No big issues.
No, not at the moment. We've got some familiar faces from last season who didn't quite make the cut. We've got Racebook in the Mercedes, and we've got Beaker in the Ferrari, who's still in the pits and still yet to be in the lobby. And also we got Fearcamp as well, he was in the Red Bull last season. Am I right? For the last bit of the season.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
So yeah, we got 3 returnees, and there's a few other names I recognise as well, who is making their debut. Tiger Racing, Joe. I know him to be quite quick. Safzo as well. Absnif as well. The others I have never heard of, though. So Beaker's back. We can breathe.
He's back. Good. I was trying to get started then. All right, good. Beaker is back then. So good. All right, Beaker currently, obviously, he was Season 1 Drivers' Champion. And to see the changes they've gone through. So Season 1 won by a good, comfortable amount. Season 2, and Nick Turn won, but Beaker was in a very comfortable position. Season 3... we see Beaker outside of the top 10 and now having to fight for his run-in to stay in it. So it's crazy to see how much the league has advanced over the seasons to be in this scenario. And I'm wondering whether or not he's going to be able to get himself back in here.
Yeah, I know. We've got some very quick drivers here. A lot of these drivers also been set in practice sections as well. So Beaker hasn't had much time, so he needs to get a move on. But we've got, I think, who was the first person to cross the line to start a lap? Who was it again?
It was Kagan. So he's currently on a hot lap right now, although he has invalidated, looks like, because he's gone mode 0 on the ERS. So not particularly off to a great start. We have also got Racebook, who is here as well, currently trying to work his way through 2 and 3. Nice and tidy. Can't complain at all. And that's the thing about the wet, is it can look slow, but actually be really fast. So you don't be deceived by how it looks. It's more about the end time.
Yeah, I agree. Usually I think that because I'm not as good at the wet, but these drivers they know, most of these guys, they know what they're doing. They signed up for this league for a reason. They want a challenge. So if they want to get in this league, they have to put the practice for it. And we can tell who has put the practice and who hasn't. And we'll have to wait and see. I think I did see Racebook, another person on the lap at the moment. I've seen him put quite a few practice times as well, so I can expect him to see him up there. Don't forget, I need to get the fastest lap time from the last session with a 1:43.2 set by Dan. So that is the benchmark if they want to be top and make sure, well, if their spot is pretty much almost secured. But, we'll have to find out as he's going past the DRS section, which obviously no DRS in the heavy rain, so all they're going to rely on is themselves and how they tweak the setup to just get through in this quali session as he kisses the curve very nicely there. As I've only got more people on their laps as well. We'll keep an eye on them in a minute. It's looking pretty good. It would help if I get my telemetry up. And you'll see slower times at the moment as I get a little bit of feel of the car. But what's the time set by Racebook? 1:45.2. That is the first time set on the board for Heat 2.
So 2 seconds off of Dan's time in the minute, but this is very early doors. Remember, Dan actually set that time quite late in, so don't be so surprised by the time right now. There's still plenty of opportunity for him to improve, and Absinthe has done a very similar time, 1:45.358. So let's see if he can do any better. We're actually watching Racing Rick coming up to the second to last corner, and it looks like he's committed. He looks like he's staying very true to his name, racing. But how Rick is this time? Across the line, it's a 1:45.976. Currently, drivers are struggling to make it far. Piloto, though, 1:44.3. So he's really starting to lay down the smack, and let's see what he can do.
Yep, he's a name that I know very well. He's been racing in pretty much almost every F2 race last season. He just want to get a bit of experience, and if you don't make it into the Rag Nation or you want to get some experience before you join, there is the F2 League as well, which runs an hour before. So don't despair if you don't make it tonight. The F2 League will definitely help you put in those times. So and Pelota I've seen up there in the top on the F2. So yeah, that is pretty good. And don't forget the F1 cars are a different kettle of fish to the F2s.
Yeah, they really are. They absolutely are completely different. You got such a difference in weight, it feels like. You've got a difference in the way that they perform overall. It's really quite incredible, to be truthfully honest. So Huskari, he's on a hot lap right now, going down the isn't straight, coming up to the very hard braking zone. I find this area, even in dries, can be quite challenging sometimes. If you make, like now, where you lock up just a little bit too much, your rear destabilizes and he's having to fight the car a little bit to get through the awkward left-hander. Only a few corners left to go. Has Huskari been able to deliver a time that will put him up there with the big boys? Currently, only Panpernik and Peloto are in the... Oh, no, sorry, and Safso are in the 144s. Everyone else is 145 plus. I see now. Huskari. One more corner to go. Faircamp. There it is. 144.1. Here comes Huskari. It is a time. It's a 146.910.
Is Beaker on a lap? Or he might have forgotten. Yep, he's on a lap, and he's got pressure on his belt. If he doesn't make it, then it'll be the first season that an actual RNL champion of the past doesn't make it. So that would be a shame if he doesn't make it, but he doesn't want to be in that situation. So he's going to try and find every bit of time. Oh, he's going to the pits. He must be validated. So he still has time anyway, Beaker, so he goes in. And meanwhile, we've got Nexa, who is... going out. Tiger Racing is still in the pits at the moment. Everyone else out on the track or about to go in for their in-lap.
Panpernik sets the first 143 of this heat, 143.954. So it's only slightly in there, but it's still in there, and that's what matters. Now, currently, I think if I remember correctly with the overall times, Panpernik is actually in that top 20 based on current times. Obviously, we still have to wait for the Heat 3 to be finished before we can work out who is in the top 20 overall. So we'll get back to that soon, but we do have 10 minutes and 30 seconds just under remaining of the session. Track evolving, still happening. You can see the dry line starting to form as well. I say dry line, okay, a more dry line should I say, than the rest of the track starting to form. So that's where you get most of your grip from. That's why you need as many cars on track as possible, do as many laps as possible, get that line formed a little bit better, and you should be able to chuck in a pretty quick time.
Yeah, I mean, if Panpernik was in the last session, he would have qualified in P7, so that's a great lap time off the bat, and I haven't seen him before. So you said that we may see people that we don't know push out these insane lap times. He's one of those examples, so I'm excited.
Yeah, it's going to be incredible. I'm really looking forward to how this could potentially go down. I just want to see this Germany heat. I want to see how good the drivers are going to be pushing it in that final heat, because there's going to be guys that are going to be absolutely throwing everything at it, just as they are right now. They're really trying to work it, but this track in these conditions is such a difficult track, and we didn't want to make it easy, hence why we put the light rain on. If we wanted to make it easy, you would not pick this track, you would not pick this weather conditions. You go for a nice simple track and a lovely clear sky.
Yeah, again, we like to challenge our drivers as much as possible, and I haven't seen much mistakes from this heat at the moment, which is great to see. I mean, it just gets better and better from these drivers. They were able to see how the Heat 1 drivers were planting their car, and how much they can push and how not to push. And almost certainly the top 5 have seen, right, I really don't want to go slowly to start with, because otherwise the chance of getting into the qualifiers is second to 0. So yeah, I'm guessing that's what they're pushing at the moment.
Yep, here we go then. So yellow flag sector 1, sector 2. I don't think there's anything too bad to worry about. I think somebody may have had an off, but that's all it is. Currently he says he's on an out lap, but I assure you he's actually on a hot lap. Nikax is pushing. Let's see if he can keep it. It's such a hard track to not get invalidated on, even in the dry. In the wet, it's even harder. And I think these guys have done a really good job to hold the way that they have been. I'm yet to see Beaker chuckle time on the board. I want to see him do it.
And he's going to do it. He's about to cross the line now to start his lap. He is just across the final corner now, and we'll have to see how it goes. And already had a bit of disadvantage there, a bit squirmy towards that start-finish straight. Maybe he lost a bit of time there, but I'm guessing he's just getting a little bit of a feel with more. And we've got the Williams driver out, and we've got Tiger Racing as well. Probably might get a tow from Beaker too. So, yeah, I would also like to see Joe do well as well. When he puts the time in, he always wants to practice, you know. I've seen him in open lobbies. I've seen him in other endurance races. I've seen him everywhere. And every time, he's like Car. He wants to put the practice in, and he could be like that today.
Oh, I think Nikax has just invalidated. No, he has not. 1:46.070, so not the fastest time that we've seen. Definitely needs to find a few tenths or two in order to get there. Well, definitely at least a second, I think, in order to get into the top 20s, currently where we stand. 1:44s seem to be the only times they're going to be good enough, at least right now. 1:43s are a much safer bet. Pampernick, the only driver in the 1:43s currently, does obviously only just have that in there. Veerkamp is the next closest, 1:44.167 with Piloto in 1:44.324. So there's still plenty of opportunity. And actually, Racebug, he's actually done 4 laps on those intermediate tyres and has decided 4 laps is probably enough. I'll bring it in now.
Thank goodness it's not qualifying, because if it was a wrecked race, they would have to start on these tyres. So thank goodness Racebug is not in that situation. They can start on whatever tyre they want to for qualifying. Obviously, it is intermediate conditions, so they have no other choice. So yeah, I'm guessing Racebug has had enough and wants a best chance of getting into the qualifier on those fresher tyres, because the fresher the tyres are, the quicker your lap will be.
Oh,
Beaker,
hello, Beaker.
Yeah. That is what I'm talking about. 1:44.0 from Beaker. I mean, that is impressive. He's about 30 thousandths ahead of Piloto at the moment. He wants this badly. I can tell from the way he's driving right now.
Yep. It's so good to see. Beaker, I want to see this again. I want to see more of this. Beaker really sweating, trying to get his times up as quick as he can. Yes, it's not the fastest, that's granted, but I was really nervous for Beaker going into this, and I still am, to be honest, of whether or not Beaker's actually going to make it in, because it's just the competition is so fierce now. Drivers are really starting to just commit everything, and I think when we get to Germany, you're going to see that even more, because the light rain is just such a... I'm so glad I'm not any one of these drivers on the track. Because this is not easy at all.
And it's around Russia as well, one of my worst tracks on this game. So if I was qualifying for this, I would be near the bottom. So thank goodness for that. But good news, everyone has set a lap time on the boards, which is good news, which unfortunately means that the one who didn't set a lap time in quali is definitely out. Yeah. So yeah, no question about it. So sad face. Oh, look at this. The time is starting to go thick and fast here. I think people in Heat 1 should be worried.
100%. There's definitely no doubt about it, especially when Veerkamp's checking in times like that. 1:43.786. So currently, definitely within that top 10 as it stands, if I remember correctly. We only saw, I think, 3 1:43s in the last session. We're currently seeing 2. Let's see if anyone else can do it. Beaker's right there on the limit. 19 thousandths is all he needs to do to improve to get into the 1:43s. And right now, it's enough. Might not be enough later, though.
Veerkamp is ahead of zones at the moment. So, obviously, we've got Dan, Get Owned, Urlas, and then we got Veerkamp. So, yeah. So, he's basically in the top. He's 4th place at the moment. So, he's quite comfortably in that top 20. But we may see some faster time from everybody else as they start to push to the limit. And, yeah, the ones who were in the league last season, I think, are going to be a bit more hungry for it because they don't want to lose their spots. But they can still be reserved though if they qualify. If they am I right in saying if they qualify in the top 20?
I think we lost Jess. Jess, did we lose you? It would appear we have lost Jess. I think I can understand what she was about to ask me, which was if you're in the top 20 that you get priority of reserves and stuff. I think it basically works out that the drivers get to choose their reserves. So, you know, the drivers of the teams are actually in there. They get to choose their reserves from how they want it to be. They obviously take that risk of... you are back. Welcome back. But yeah, they get to choose who their reserves are. But yeah, I mean, realistically, the pool that you would choose from would more than likely be the ones that attempted the qualifier and sort of showed what they're capable of. Because unless you physically know someone personally outside of it, then you're putting a risk there to whether or not you actually want to trust their times, if you like. So... yeah, and I think these guys are going to be pretty safe as to whether or not they're going to get reserve spots or not. There's a lot to do, though. Not a lot of time left. 3 minutes, in fact. And here it comes Saskari, who did set a time. It is improved, but it is still a 46.241. It's just not enough yet.
It's not enough to qualify at the moment. I'm just going to see the the bench. I'm going to look at the screenshot and see the benchmark. I would say benchmark will be in the 144s. If you're in the 144s, I think you'll be quite comfortable.
And Jess is gone again. But yeah, 144's definitely the time to be at, ideally. But the more people that do 144s, the less likely you are to get into that top 20. You're going to need to be in the lower 44s, kind of like where Beaker is and Piloto. They're the ones that are sort of loving life right now. Here comes Racebook then. He's into the pits. So clearly, he's actually putting that really fine. If he wants to get another shot into this, he's going to have to get in and get out immediately. I don't actually know if he's going to have the time to do it. This might be the end of Racebook's run. Safso is out on track, going for another, and you are back. Welcome back.
Sorry, I don't know why my internet keeps playing up. I think it's just Discord being a nuisance, but sorry about that. But yeah, Racebook, I mean, he's doing all right at the moment, but I think he's going to be a bit worried when the final heat people are going to race. And I think for those that are going to probably potentially be safe, I think are the top two. They're in the 143s. They're loving life at the moment. And yeah, I agree with you. 143, low 144s should be safe for now, but we haven't seen what the Heat 3 drivers are capable yet. We don't know. We may see 143s is the benchmark. We don't know.
Yeah, well, this is it. You know, the more drivers that get into these 144 low ends and 143s, just shows, you know, how much risk you've got and how unknown you are really when it comes to. Well, how quick is your time? You don't know until you see everyone else chuck their times in. You can base it on that session that you were in, and then now this session. You got one more to go, and you just kind of, if you've already done your session in Heat 1, that's probably the worst one to be in, because you're like, I don't know if I could do it. You can't learn anything from anybody else because you've already done your time. These guys are in Heat 3. They can potentially look at it and go, actually, he takes the corner here, he takes the corner there. And we've had a DNF, that's Kagan. He's done a 145.677, which currently I don't think is going to be enough, but a DNF as well means if any of these drivers behind improve, like Safso's just done, puts himself P5, then you're really at risk. Whoops, I pressed the wrong button.
You are the fastest, I think, apart from Nixana, who set 158. The last lap time set from the Heat 1 was a 144.7, so that was the slowest lap time out of the ones that are still potentially still in with a chance of getting into the league. And we're starting. These guys are really pushing to the limits, aren't they? I mean, there's quite a few people in the 144s now. They know they have to be in the 144s.
Well, there are people that are on outlaps that can't make it. So Racing Rick on an outlap, he's done a 145.976 as his fastest. He's now not going to make it in time to. Well, he's already missed it. He's not made it in time to get to the start line. This means as soon as he crosses the line, he's out. He's done, unless it's a glitch and he was on his fastest lap, which I don't think he is. He's out.
Don't forget, we've got Nixana and Wookie. They didn't qualify. Their lap times were slower, so it will have to. I think it will have to be. It will have to be. I think the top 11 drivers should be okay at the moment.
Possibly.
Yeah,
Possibly.
I think so. If you're in the top 11, you'll be safe for now. But yeah, so no, I don't think Scari's going to make it into the qualifiers. So he's out. He's spinning. He's doing donuts.
Just celebrating the participation. But we have got Piloto coming up to the final corner, about to put a lap time in. 144.036 what he had previously. This is looking a lot faster. It's a 143.959. Now it's on Beaker to really bring himself further up. He's only got a couple of corners to go, and he's currently committed. I think he should make it into the 143s.
Oh, and a lot of people that crashed on the line on the pit wall. Wow.
Oh, he's made it. Oh, he's put on pole.
Yes,
let's go, Beaker. Well done. That was brilliant. 143.566. Very well done from Beaker to be able to get himself into. Now that's pretty much that's top 10, surely. Beaker has delivered.
P3 at the moment.
That is brilliant. No, Beaker's P1. Oh, it's P3 overall, you mean? Sorry, yeah, okay.
P3 overall, because we've got Dan, who's still on pole, and Get Owned is still second, and then we've got Beaker that's P3, and then it's Euless, I think. So, wow, Beaker. Oh my God, I'm so happy. Oh no, I'm not meant to be biased, but if the league coordinator doesn't get into a league,
it makes my life hell. That's what it does. Makes my life hell.
So we know that 2 drivers are out of this qualifier, and that is Hatsari and Ace. So they won't be taking part in the league anymore. Whereas the top 11, they're still winning a shot, but they will probably start to get nervous as well because I would say only the top 7 win the 143s, 144 areas. So that makes it 17 drivers that are in the early 143s, 144s.
Indeed. Right, we are now moving to the other session, the final heat of the first section of this. Let me quickly quit to my menu so I can get into the next one. And we'll be in just a second here. Actually, I'm not going to play you any music this time because it's literally going to be hop, skip and jump into the third and final heat of the first heat, I guess you would call it. So we're going to find out now at the end of this who the top 20 drivers are. Have you got an invite already? Are you in?
I think, I've got one from JC. I've got 2 actually.
Oh, now you got 3.
Oh, you got one. Oh, at least I got a spare one, so that's good. That's good. Thanks, Ben.
So something to note is obviously this is the session that does have the esports driver, which is Nicholas Longe. So he is someone that we're kind of already sort of saying he's through. Well, he is not feeling very well, he said.
Don't jinx it. Don't jinx it.
He did say he's not feeling very well. He also has his brother with him. So he's currently in. I'm in the session already, ready to go, pending the others. And so is Jess. So we are ready to get cracking with the final heat. Now, Just Chillin' is in this as well. So he's the other lead coordinator from the last season and obviously from seasons of past. So very much in an ability to go for it. Now, something to note, something to bear in mind. Nicholas Longe, everyone's hyping him up to be the super fast, insane driver. He is super fast and insane. We'll see if he's able to get himself into the top 10 overall. Now, people have put him on the top step. People have said that he's going to be the fastest of everybody that takes part in this heat. And I'm not saying that he won, but it's wet conditions. Anything can happen.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not over till the fat lady sings. I mean, we're known for jinxing people on this channel, so never say never. We may see someone that maybe just practice so hard. They might be Nicholas. They might be Nicholas Longe. Dan could be that person. Dan is looking the favourite at the moment to be overall qualifiers. So, we only got 11 drivers. Let's see who I can recognise. We've got Gooby. I think he was in the Racing Point last year. We got Bottas Gang. I know him. I pretty not much know everyone except Unity and Impact. Oh, we got Dennis as well. Fellow steward as well, who's wanting to get rid of his steward hat and get into the racing seat, I guess. Traitor.
Well, he's got a lot of work cut out to get there, though. That's the issue. I mean, the one thing I've commentated on Dennis's races in the past, many of them, to be truthfully honest, and he is fast. I've never had any doubt in my mind as to whether or not he's a fast driver. The only concern I really have for him is his consistency. And I think on a track like this, where you need to be consistent and not invalidate, not get penalties, whatever, in wet conditions, it just makes it that extra bit harder. Let's see, how hard has Dennis been practicing? How much does he want to get into the driver's seat? And from what I'm told, quite a lot.
Yeah, I think so as well. And he's not had much confidence. And I've been saying to him, never say never. Dennis, I remember, has put in some huge surprises. Remember in Abu Dhabi, I can't remember which league it was. Was it ERS, was it?
Yeah, ERS.
It was ERS. He put it on pole. So never say never to Dennis, I must say. Yep. But it wasn't a drive, but still. He's the one that can pull a surprise today.
Well, I mean, that's exactly what he needs to do, doesn't it? If he can get himself onto pole today, I mean, it's looking tough because this is probably the most stacked heat of the 3 of them. This is the hardest one, it looks like, to get yourself some solid times in. Again, it doesn't matter what heat you're in because ultimately it matters down to what times you can set on the board. Nicholas Longe, the man of the hour, the person that people are hyping to be, and Impact, that's his brother in real life, believe it or not. So he's actually trying his best as well to follow in his brother's footsteps and see if he can achieve the same. He's donning the pumpkin helmet at the minute. Oh, big lock up there. That's not particularly great. We'll see how he does it further on. Nicholas Longe, first out on track, first to set a lap time. when he gets it going. I want to stay on board with him as he does it to see if we can find out what's going on.
Imagine if Nicholas's brother ends up in the same team.
I don't think it's possible.
I don't know. Well, we don't know. Well, we don't know the numbers, so we don't know who's inside those numbers. So, yeah.
Right, here comes Nicholas Longuet then. So he's now on his flying lap. Let's see how he takes turn 2 and 3. Oh, he's locked up. He's round wide. That might be an invalidation. Let's see.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yep, he's invalidated. That's the first of many, I imagine, for these drivers. So who else was next? Some idiot is another guy who is actually insanely quick, and I hate his name because it makes me feel bad every time I say it because it sounds like I'm calling him an idiot, but he isn't. He's actually an incredibly fast driver.
Yeah, and I think he was one of those guys who won the AOR Americas Championship many seasons back. So he is not one to be underestimated. I mean, I could see him up there in the top times as well, but again, never say never. It is the wet conditions. He may be struggling in those wet conditions. He seems to be doing all right at the moment, though. We will see anyway. Gooby as well is on a lap. Looking pretty impressive so far from him.
So I've been told, if Nicholas Longuet does not make it into the Rag Nation League, I am told that Mizzo is going to run down the street naked in celebration. So I kind of want Nicholas to not get in, and I also kind of do want him to get in. You know, I want to see what happens.
Yeah, don't forget, Mizzo is the Season 3 champion. I remember he was in the chat before the RNL qualifiers, and he was worried about Nicholas Longuet. So, yeah. But I want him to get through. I want to see a rivalry between Mizzo and Crow. So.
Oh, JC. Bottas gang. These guys really put in some time. So JC, 144.319. He's in that low end of the 144s, which is a good starting position considering how everyone started in the last heat. It didn't quite go out so well. Daniel gets in 144.225, so he's got some pace. Dennis, 144.012. Walter Stewart looking to be like he's going to become a driver at the end of this, but we'll have to get one more heat out of the way after. That is in Germany. That is dry. That is a difficult track to get a solid lap time on, that's for sure. This is going to be hypey.
Yeah, I'm already excited already. 5 drivers already in the 144s. That's just insane. They've been watching these last few heats, and they were able to see what they could do to improve. They can see how they're able to find that time. They're just going for it straight away. I like this.
This is beautiful, but bear in mind, these guys are checking this time in now before we even get the drier line, should I say. The racing line forming on the track. You can see a little bit of it there. It's starting to sort of form a little bit better. But as the track goes on, as the session goes on, the track will evolve even more. You'll get so much more grip out of the car, and you'll be able to chuck yourselves in to these 143s very easily. We are still yet to see this man here, Nicholas Longuet, get a time on the board. He did invalidate the first one. He's locked up through there, but that doesn't look like it's actually affected him too much. He's got JC just ahead of him, who's going to be hop, skip and jumping out of the way just to make sure he doesn't get himself in any sort of trouble. That might be invalidated, is it? No, I think we're okay. Oh, he's making this look difficult.
Yeah, that is. He is struggling a little bit there, but again, he's not feeling very well, so he might be finding. Wow!
Oh.
Wow! How did he do that?
Oh, it was only marginal. I mean, he almost DNF'd as a result of crossing that line. He lost the rear, going through the final corner, but it shows that he is human. It shows he is not a robot after all, and despite the fact that everyone's bigged him up to be the fastest driver out of all the heats, he is currently not the fastest driver. 8 tenths separates him and Dan. Bear that in mind. So there's a possibility here. I'm not saying that Nicholas won't make it in, because he's still very quick and very much up there. But this is a sign of weakness. We need to keep an eye on this.
We need to keep an eye on Nicholas Longuet. Oh, Marquez, no! Marquez is out of the session. He's binned it towards the DRS straight. So we have lost another driver out of the qualifiers. Sadly, they're not going to make it through because they have not set a lap time. That is a shame for Marquez. I would expect him to do really well, but he just made a mistake.
F's in chat for Marquez. That is a feels sad moment indeed. Marquez will sadly not be able to make it into the Recognition League or into the next section of the heats. So we'll have to work on the rest of these. 10.5 minutes remaining of the session. Still plenty of time to improve for the other drivers. Impact is currently on an out lap, getting ready to check a time on the board. I want to see if anyone else is on a hot lap. Rick Veege has somehow come out of the pits and has very low ERS.
I recognise him.
How he's done that.
I recognise him.
Is it Veege?
I've never commentated on him, but I've raced him. I've raced him before.
Is he fast?
I don't know. I raced him when it was a assist league. He only turned assists off, I think, in F1 2018. So
okay.
So yeah, he's doing pretty well so far in the 144s, quite comfortably. I don't know. It's gonna be tough for Rick to be saying that he's done it because a lot of other people in the 144s. So yeah, if you're not in the 144s, I would say that you're probably definitely out.
But there are a lot of times that are very close together, and you could easily be just marginally out. I mean, some idiot has just jumped up even more. Like he's
Crow's brother's out.
No, heartbreaking. We have lost Impact. He's not going to make it. The Longue Legacy will not make it into well, the family won't anyway, but one of them might do. That is he's been practicing quite hard and worked very long hours to make it to here and to DNF in the scenario he did. It's going to be very frustrated, I imagine, but that is Impact out of the running for the RNL top 11 drivers to make it in. Gooby on an outlap right now, currently making it to the start line, and off he goes.
Yeah, I think it makes people in the other heats breathe a sigh of relief because they only have to worry about a few drivers to see if they can make it in or not. So, yeah, I feel sad for Impact. I mean, but it is not over. If Nicholas makes it in, he may put his brother in as reserve or two, so we may see him in the league somehow. But for now, it is over.
It is sad times, but we've got some other drivers that can very much make that sadness go away for us at least, because Daniel, he's on a hot lap. He's on a 144.225 as his current best. Potas Gang is 144.237, so they are so close together. And JC is also in a similar boat where he is currently on a hot lap as well. Very much pushing himself to get into the top 10. I would very much like to have him back in there. Being a league coordinator and a very good friend, it would be great to have him and be able to commentate on him one more time.
Yeah, I would like to see him in the league again as well. I mean, Just Chilling was able to do some great comebacks I've seen in obviously the last few races. So it'll be great to see if he can make it in. 144.3 is impressive from Just Chilling. So just going to show the coordinators are meant to be there because they're producing some good lap times.
Indeed they are. So Dennis, he's really impressed me. His lap time has really sort of shown what he is starting to become capable of. He's unlocking that potential when he puts some serious practice in. You can show what you're actually able to do. Just Chilling then is on a hot lap, coming through the final few. I think JC might make into the 43s this one. Oh, a little tickle there on the wall, no damage. That will slow him down just a smidgen. Is this going to be 143? With that wall touch there, it might not be. After all, there's 42, there's 43, and there's 44. He's just slightly slower.
I mean, imagine what he's capable of if he produced a perfect lap. So watch out for Just Chilling, people. We haven't seen what more he's capable of, and he can go faster. I can tell you that.
All right. Bottas Gang coming through the final corner now then. 130, 40, 41, 42, 43. He's in there. 143, 567. Bottas Gang showing his real talent. Well done.
Wow, again, he's another one who was in the F2 leagues as well, and he was mega quick. Mega quick. So, I would say that he's definitely in that top 20. I mean, that's insane from Bottas Gang. Now, I've just had a word from the steward's office, and there's a lot of people in the first two heats that are in danger of losing their spot in the top 20. The heat 3, they're absolutely bringing it.
Right, well, Unity. Properly. Oh, he's really Tokyo drifted through that long left-hander. He's kept it together, but that was very nearly a big problem for him. Let's see if he can just keep that lap together. He's still going. It's mode 5. He's not giving up yet. Bit understeer there. Didn't quite have the pace he wanted through the corner. I think he's not necessarily going to be too fast. He might get into the 145s potentially. Maybe even the 144s if it's a bit more comfortable. I've not yet had a split time to tell me how he's doing. Currently, he's apparently on an outlap, so I highly doubt that. Nicholas Longuet then, he is coming into the pits. 144.002. It's not over, but he's still running out of time. He almost binned it there as well.
It's enough at the moment to get into the top 20, but I'm guessing he wants to be faster. He's want to work to perfection. He's not going to be happy with that, so he's going to go out again and see if he can improve.
Let's all then around. Let's see. Oh, Daniel, 143.257. Is that? Dan. But is that faster? I know it was 143.2 for the other Dan, but I didn't catch his exact time.
Yes, he's the fastest guy overall, Daniel 14.
Oh, there it is. Daniel 14 is demonstrating his ability, but he's currently into the next stage. I think realistically, unless people start chucking in 143.1s, he's got nothing to worry about.
I just want to point, the fastest time in the first heat from Dan, 143.297.
Oh, 0.04 of a second separating the two fastest times overall. This is getting very exciting. I can't wait for the next heat. This is going to be mental. Some idiot though, he's currently out on track and trying to improve as well. 4 minutes and 15 seconds remaining as of now. So we've still got a little bit left. Has anybody got anything else they can eke out on their lap times?
I'm shocked that some idiot is not in the top 3. I would expect him to be in the top 3, and I'm really surprised that Dennis is in the top 3. What? I've just seen him in the 143s for a minute. Yep. Wow.
Yeah, he's there. He's doing well. Dennis really demonstrating his abilities. I really want to see what he can achieve if he properly practiced and if he carried on just putting the effort in non-stop and just showed how much he can do. I think he might actually start winning some Grand Prix overall and actually get some solid Drivers' Championships in his pocket, not just in the RNL, but over the whole sort of league racing scene. Let's see what he can do. But some idiot has got a few corners left to go. Has he done enough to get into the 143s? It's only a little bit to improve. 15 thousandths. I think he can do this easy.
The times are ever so close between the whole 3 heats already. It just comes to a few hundredths of a second if they're going to make it through or not. So some idiot has got to improve by quite a margin if he wants to definitely secure himself. Can he make it? 143.8 from some idiot. That's what I'm talking about. I was wondering why he wasn't in that top 3. He is at the moment. That is brilliant stuff from the, I do believe he's American, from the...
Yep.
Is that the first time we've had an American in this league?
As a qualifier, yeah, I think so. I could be wrong.
Wow. That's impressive.
Nicholas Longuet then, yet to get into the 143s. I know he said he's not feeling very well, but this, whatever illness he's got is really affecting him. He's not able to get easily into the 143s. Remember, he did troll me and say 141. Currently, it's not even looking slightly like that.
No. I think his illness is not helping. He only woke up, I think, about an hour before he was meant to start. So, yeah, he's not feeling himself. And sometimes you just got to live with it, really. If you're not feeling good, you may still have to race. And that's what real-life drivers got to face. Look at Lewis Hamilton, for example. He was racing in Germany when he had a bug of some sort. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think if it wasn't a qualifier like this, if it was just the race, I would be saying there's a team sort of decision. You got to put your reserve in there. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Oh, he's backed out. He's given up. So he's resetting for the final run. He's only going to have one more shot. I mean, he's still, as far as it stands, I think he's still in the top 20.
I think he's. I didn't manage to get the screenshot for Heat 2, but I think he'll just make it through at the moment. So
we'll come back to him in a little while. Gooby has just started his. Oh no, sorry, not started. He's coming towards the end of it. I didn't realise he was on the isn't straight. I thought it was towards turn 1, but here he is then, coming through that very difficult right-hander I keep going on about. Very easy to invalidate. Has Gooby got to get in? Has he got enough time to get into the 143s at all? I mean, look at that. The times between them are so close. It's only a tenth and a bit between him and Just Chillin'. Just Chillin' is currently on a hot lap as well. He's going through the isn't as well. I want to see how he could do. Gooby having a little bit of a weave. I think he's invalidated. He's going to have one more shot then after this. He's got enough fuel to do it. I think he's done the right thing and trying to get a few laps in as possible. Off he goes again then. Nicholas Longe, he is about to do the same thing. Where's JC then? He had a bit of an off there.
Final corner. I don't know. I don't think he's going to improve. He'll have one more lap to do it. So he goes round the final corner now. He might improve just a little bit. 1:44.5. That is 2 tenths down on his previous best.
But he is going again, and that's what matters. So let's see if he can achieve that. We've got 22 seconds left. So anybody who's on an outlap, like Rick, for example, will need to get there very quickly, and so is Unity. They are both right behind each other. Rick will get a tow down the home straight. These guys need to hurry up and get to the start line. The clock is ticking. You've got 2 corners to go. Are you going to make it? Unity might make it, but Rick might just not get there. This is going to be tense. This is going to be close. He's not made it. Oh, they both didn't make it. Neither of them have had a chance to improve. Now, Rick might just be in, but Unity, I think that's lights out for him.
Yeah. 1:44 is the benchmark, and Unity hasn't made it, so that is unfortunate. So he's out of the qualifier.
There's still good times. I think there's still... Oh, I mean, Unity's out, but Rick is in a great position overall. I think he's still within the top 20. Some idiot goes faster. He has set the bar even higher. 1:43.214. That's the business. That's what we want to see. Oh, this is getting so spicy.
What about Dennis? And we got Nicholas Longe as well. These both on a lap. Dennis is on one first. Let's see if he could... At the moment, he's comfortable in that top 20, but I guess he wants to find some more time to see if he could get a good chance, because obviously that will be a shock if he does. So I would say anyone in the 1:43 is safe for now, but we'll see what Dennis can do. 1:43.7. That's an improvement from Dennis. That puts him P4. Nicholas Longe. That is P3. That is still a good lap time. He's safe though. He's made it through.
1:43.464 then. So good stuff from Nicholas Longe to get into a much more comfortable position, considering where he started off at the beginning of this heat. He did not look in shape at all, and that illness really starting to play effect on him. Or at least...
Gooby is not saying another lap. I don't know what the times are, but could this be a danger for him? I don't know. I haven't seen what the other times are. We'll find out once the stewards have calculated it on their lovely spreadsheet or Google Docs, whatever they're doing. But yeah, it might just be enough. These, apart from Unity, I think everyone in this heat should be safe.
So there's a belief, we need to confirm, but there's a belief that Gooby is out.
Yeah, I think. Yeah. I don't know about just chilling either.
Oh, it's so marginal. These guys are so close.
Can the stewards just tell us now?
We will have to bear with and wait and see. The lobby will be set up in a second. They got to work out the times, work out who's the fastest 20 overall. Once we have that, we will get that set up and going straight away. There's your times right now. So some idiot, the fastest over all heats. He set the 1:43.214, with Daniel there being the second fastest out of all heats with a 1:43.257. Then it's the other Dan who was in P3. He was in the first heat, but this session here is what we got. So Nicholas Longe there, 1:43.464. Potas Gang, 1:43.567. Dennis, 1:43.741. Rick, 1:44.284. Then JC, 1:44.319. And Gooby, 1:44.488 with Unity. The last one to get a time on, 1:45.112. As Impact and Marquez, they both DNF. They won't be able to make it in, which is sad times, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. So bear with us. We are going to get some music going whilst the stewards work out who is going to be in the final 20 run. And I'm so excited. I cannot wait for this to go down. See you shortly.
My glory days, infiltrate my heart and take the pain away. Took me time to see through your eyes. Oh, I'm not scared, my word just want to find someone. Feeling lost and out of place. Empty eyes look upon my face. Nowhere to go, nowhere to run. I just want to find someone to take me home, 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 take me home. Take me take me wish that I could belong. I've been searching for so long. This place I'm in makes me feel numb. I just want to find someone. Feeling lost and out of place. Empty eyes look upon my face. Nowhere to go, nowhere to run. I just want to find someone
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The final 20 drivers have been selected, and we are here in Germany for them to lay it down, put down the gauntlet, and see who of the top 11 will make it into the Recognition League as the remaining drivers. So, there's your lineup on screen. Now, I have the times with me. I'm going to quickly read it out just 1 second for you, because whilst I have it up, I had to quickly find it on my phone. Here we go. So, the final heat, the fastest driver, as you know, was some idiot who was 143.214. Then you see Daniel in P2 with 143.257. Then Dan in 143.297. And then Geton, then Nicholas, then Beaker, then Bottasgang, then Dennis, Eulis, Fearcamp, Zones, Kai, Danny, Panpernick, Piloto, Absinthe, Rick, Just Chillin', Safso, and then finally Ruben. Now bear in mind that it was about 1.1 seconds between P1 and P20. So that if that was a league race, that would be insane. And that's just the qualifier. Now bear in mind when we get into the actual league itself, it's going to be even more insane. So get ready for it. It's about to be very hypey as we are on board currently with Beaker, as he's making his way down the home straight. So I do need to explain this session really quick, okay? So this is a Q1, Q2, Q3 knockout, okay? So at the end of Q1, we are going to lose 5 drivers. We're going to go down to the remaining 15, and then we're going to see who can then fight out in Q2. And again, we'll lose another 5 drivers. Now, P11 will still be in, okay? So whoever finishes in P11 at the end of Q2 will still get through. That's just how it's going to work out. It's going to be brilliant, cool, awesome. Then you got the final 3 in the top 10. Those that are in that final 3, they are also through, but the reason why they need to carry on battling is because they need to work out who they're going to be teamed with. Where are they going to be positioned in the league? They don't know yet where they finish and how that's going to affect them. They just have to chuck down the quickest times they can get, and then we'll see how it all pans out very soon. But Jess, Beaker's about to go through the final corner. Do you have high expectations?
I think Beaker wants to go for it, you know. He was ever so... Well, to be honest, he's a Season 1 champion, and he just made it last time for Season 3, and he's got a point to prove. He wants to be one of those champions in there. Nick Turn's in there. Mizzo's in there. It'll be great to see all 3 RNL season champions in the league next season. So Beaker has got a point to prove. And just to point it out, for the qualifiers that just happened, Gooby had just missed out by 90,000 of a second.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, Just Chilling's gone. No.
No, Just Chilling.
Wait, there's been a multiple incidents. What? Disqualification for Dennis. Oh, there has been a lot of carnage. Will there
be a restart? Or
apparently Dennis hit him.
Ouch.
I don't know what to say. Dennis is out. Just Chilling's out.
So there's only 3 drivers then that in the firing line now. Wow.
I don't know what's going to happen next.
I'm lost for words.
I don't know what happens next. Kai Bacchini says the fastest. Beaker's just gone and smashed that out of the park by about a 10th. Wow, I don't know what to say. I mean, surely you restart in this situation, right? I'm gonna go check. Yep, we are restarting. It's been confirmed. We are restarting. Oh. For a minute, that would be awful to have that happen. Okay, brilliant. That's good news at least. Okay, heart levels can reset. So yes, there was major carnage through that final corner, well, the first corner, sorry, and that's what caused the major collision. And wow, okay, right. So reset, restart, let's go again. Don't worry about it. It's a situation that we can avoid, and we will avoid, as we move over now to
the waiting screen.
The waiting screen in preparation for the league. Now, I'm not going to play some music this time. I'm going to actually just talk just a little bit because I want to sort of just discuss some of the times we've just seen already. We've already seen some very low 111s. Now, that is a very fast time, you know, just at any time of but that was at the very beginning of Q1. The track hasn't yet even evolved yet, and people are chucking in 111s. Now, if we could see some 110s as we get towards the end of Q1 and even into Q2, we could see some phenomenal sort of pace overall. I'm really, really unsure who is going to be in the top 11. It's just far too close for us to call it. I honestly, I am blown away. I have no idea how this is going to fare off. I actually don't think Nicholas Longe is as safe as he thinks. I genuinely don't believe he is.
I don't know. I think we've got a lot of time. I think we've seen a few people that are saying, oh, I could get into 110s easy, but don't count your chickens before they're hatched. That might be time trial, that might be Grand Primo, but these are the top 20 drivers. They are the top 20 for a reason. It will be amazing. I don't mind who gets through. They're going to be quick at their own right. So I'm excited. Hopefully we'll have a much cleaner start to qualifying this time. And hopefully Dennis and Just Chilling could show what they're capable of, because that was unfortunate if they were going to lose their spots due to that. I guess it might put damage off. I'm not entirely sure.
Damage is on. Damage is on full. I don't think we're going to be turning it off. I think we're going to be leaving it on. We shall see what happens. Okay. We've actually got a clip of what happened. I'm going to have a quick look at it myself now. I just want to see exactly what happened. Okay. Yeah, that was a bad incident.
That was... I was going to say something else, but we have minors in the chat.
It was a mess. It was a mess.
Oh, it would help if I press spectate.
That would be good.
They were probably
just waiting for me. No, we're good now. We're going. We're about to get the session back underway. All right,
yeah, they were waiting for me.
Just going to what we were saying. So, the paces that have been chucked in, just in that very brief stint, because literally everyone went out on track and everyone smashed it. I mean, that's crazy.
Season 4, fasten your seatbelts. If Season 3 can get any better, I think Season 4 is going to top it, I think. Those times were crazy. The ones that qualified in the league already, due to them being in the top 10 last season, they might be a bit worried. They may have someone that may knock off their top 10 spot for even next season. So, wow, it'll be nice to see. I know there's some drivers I want to see in there, but it'll be nice to see some underdogs there as well. They may put off a time off the bag, but yeah, we're about to get underway once again as all the drivers are about to ready up. So let's get cracking.
Let's get cracking indeed. Right, back to the game, the sesh that is. Hopefully this time there will be no mistakes made from anybody, no issues from anybody. Let's see now then. Let's see where we get as we go on. So there's the 20 drivers again. I'm not going to run through the times once more, because the one thing you need to know is it was about 1.1 seconds separating the P1 and P20. So that is very closely matched, to say the least. I can already hear the garages lighting up. Listen to the engine starting to roar.
I see Beaker going. I see Beaker. I see Daniel. I see both the Ferraris going. They're all going out. It's gonna be Monza all over again, where they're going out at the same time. They want to get in, but maybe some people might be just waiting just a little bit to get some clear air. But I didn't see who went out first. I think was it Beaker? I think it might be Beaker actually. No, it's not Beaker. It's someone else. I'm trying to figure out who's out first, because they're gonna have some huge advantages. They're gonna have clean air. So
there's a lot of people up ahead. There's a Renault, then a Toro Rosso ahead. It's not Camp. It's the other one.
It's another Toro Rosso that was way ahead. I didn't see who it was.
Bottas guy, I think, is actually out first. He's quite the way up the field. Let's see now then. So I want to keep an eye on Bottas Gang, because he really surprised me with how quick he was in the light rain conditions. Bottas Gang is not somebody that you sort of look at and go, this guy is ridiculously fast. You look at him and go, this guy is rapid and consistent. And I actually genuinely think Bottas Gang might be the little diamond in the rough, if you like. I want to see what he can do.
Yeah, I mean, he's a quick guy on this game. He's been improving ever since the new game has started. So if he's the one that can improve in Season 4, I think he's the man to do it. He could get a few podiums here and there as well. But at the moment, it's just him. Oh, he's invalidated.
He has indeed. Who's behind him? There is somebody very quickly coming behind him. It is Nicholas Longe. He's kept it together. He's not invalidated turn 1. Still keeping it tidy. Off he goes.
Yep, in that lovely banana helmet that he's rocking just for this event. I like it. I'm guessing I think we were speaking to him a few weeks ago, and he just likes the Renault somehow. He just likes the handling of it, and I guess that's why he's chosen it. And you got to be in the car that you're comfortable with in the qualifiers, because that will help you get through to the next stages or not. So I'm guessing he just likes just the way it feels. I think he prefers it to the Red Bull, to be honest.
Yeah, potentially. I've not got a insight actually as to which car he prefers. But here he is then coming through the final sector, very close to that wall, but kept it very tight. That might be invalidated. It's very close, very minor, but he's still in mode 5, which tells me he's still going for it. I think this is going to be 110. It looks like 1, 3, 4, 5.
Oh no, it's not. Oh, actually, it could. Come on, Crow.
Oh, here's a Toro Rosso behind.
110.9.
Get Owens done 111. Daniel's done a 111.0. Beaker's done a 111.6, so it's fast, but not quite fast enough. I can't see where everyone else is. Kai Bacchini, then he's coming up to the line. Racebook's done a 112.055. Here's Kai. 2 corners to go then. And he's in the pit, so something went wrong on his lap. He's not happy. Where's Safso? He's someone I've actually raced on this track a few times with him, and he always pulls away from me very quickly, and it's quite frustrating because I can never catch him, and I really need to. Here he comes to the line. It's a 112.091. Still needs to push himself even further. His teammate Danny, he's coming up to the final few. There's Zones, look, fastest set there, 110.930. I want to keep an eye on Samidia as well when he does his lap. He's currently on an out lap. Danny goes P7 then with a 111.790. Dan, where are you? He's on the start of his lap. This is getting very close already.
Yes, I mean, they really, really want it. To see a lot of people in the 111/110s, that's just insane. They're all megally fast people already. And obviously we have Bottas Gang and Samidia haven't set lap times yet. They could be up there as well. And Daniel 14, he's in third at the moment, so he's been looking quite impressive. But Zones, he was quite fast in Heat 1, but he wasn't fastest overall. Can he get fast overall in Q1? We'll have to find out. He's looking that way at the moment, but don't forget, we've still got a long way to go. The track is going to be evolving every minute, so we'll have to wait and see what happens.
Well, indeed, here comes Dan then. This is the guy who really impressed us earlier. We've lost a driver, Rick. Rick Vige has DNF from the session. I can only imagine that's turn 1.
Yeah, I think it is. So it was the yellow flag in sector 1, I believe.
So Dan did a 111.3. Was what he set. I don't know where he crashed.
What did Rick set? Was it 111.6? It said on my screen.
Rick did it. Yeah, 111.634 was the time he set, which currently puts him right ahead just of Beaker. So he's currently sat P6 effectively. I don't know how it says he's so far down though. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't get why he's 15th. That. Okay, game.
Yeah. Okay, well, somebody is currently working his way through sector 2, coming up to the final sector. Mistakes made there. Still going. Coming up to the hairpin. This is the tough one. Piloto's very kindly out of the way, making sure no further situations happen. Alright, here it comes then to the line. Oh, he loses the rear quite hard. And there he is, 111.136. So he's got a time on the board. He's smashing it through as it stands. It's looking pretty good. Where's Kai? Kai's on a hot lap. He's just started.
And the Williams of Ulas is also, I think, in the middle of his lap at the moment. And we've got just chilling on a lap 2. So pretty much everyone in the bottom half are on a lap. And we've got Bottas Gang as well. He had it invalidated. He has to get a move on, surely. And yeah, this is rapid from these guys.
So, Kai Bacchini's still trying to deliver a time. JC, where's he? He's going through the hairpin. He's also on a hot lap. Absinthe, he's coming through the final few. So he's only got a little bit of time left to go. Is this going to be in the 111s? Yet to set a time on the board. 1.5. Oh, he's round wide. That might even be invalidated. Possibility. He could make it. He's in a 111.4. That's a good time.
That's impressive from the Haas car. I mean, he looked quite comfortable in the middle part of the Sector 2, but Sector 3 is where he probably lost quite a bit of time. So don't forget, the bottom 5, they will be not out in Q1. And we did see Kai also set a time as well. That puts him P11 with a 111.6. And I just see someone else set a time. I didn't see who it was, but I couldn't see who that was. But I know everyone except Bottas Gang has set a lap time, so yeah.
Right, here we go then. 4 laps on Ulysses tyres. He's really committed to checking some times. I'm not sure what's going on there, but he's properly going for it. Racebook, he's on a hot lap as well. 112.055 was his current fastest. He still has an opportunity to improve. He's looking right now. It's looking very tight. Let's see now. How is this going to fare off? Oh, that was Bottas Gang. He set a time on the bodies. 111.741. Who's that behind? I've just seen... I was on board with Racebook. I saw someone just got off track. I don't know if they went off track via a mistake or what, but still alive. Doesn't seem like anyone else has retired. See what's going on.
I don't know. Quite a few people, a lot of people are actually going into the pits to get ready to start their next lap. Some of these guys, they don't have enough soft tyres left, so the ones who may have mistaken their first lap may have been at a disadvantage, but the ones that got laps on the board already at their first attempt, that could really help them here because in the pits. Is there anyone? Actually, no. I think everyone is going into the pits at the moment. So we're a bit of a down moment at the moment. But at the moment, it's Zones that's still topping the timing sheet. Longay in second and Daniel in third.
So Bottas Gang, he's on his way in as well. No one really on a hot lap. Everyone is prepping for another push. We do have 9 minutes remaining of the session, so I think we're going to be seeing another 2 pushes, if you like. Oh, that was Safso a little bit off track there. He's still in. That's all good. Nothing to worry about. I'm surprised we haven't seen many invalidations. Turn 1 is the area I expect to see a lot of invalidations, and we've really just not seen it. It's pretty cool.
I'm just looking at how close the times. 1.1 seconds separate the top 19. Can you believe that, Ben? That's insane.
I know, that's mental. It is genuinely insane. Let's have a look at the gap to the... I mean, Piloto's a bit further down. I think put a bank lap in. But yeah, it's just crazy that the top 19 are 1.1. I mean, it does show from the times that they set over the heats that they were 1.1 between it. So it's pretty mental.
Yeah. I can't wait to see how the rest of the session pans out. Just wait until the end of the session. The ones that are in danger are about to give it full beans. Remember Hungary as well. I remember I had a moment watching it. I thought George Russell was going to make it into Q2 and then Hulkenberg just beat him to the line. We're going to get moments like that where you'll see your favourite drivers, then the cusp of making it through and then they just get nipped to the post. So, and again, anything can happen. We do see a racing point that's gone out. I think that's some... actually, no, it's not a racing point. I did see someone go out there. I wasn't sure who it was. No, it was Bottas Gang again. He's first out again. He's not messing about, is he, Ben?
No, he's really not. He is properly going for it. Piloto, I want to see him get a good time on the board. I want to see a 111 at least. Okay, Owens left the session. He should be able to get back in very quickly. I want to see Piloto really just... I mean, he was fast in the heat. Let's be honest. He was really quite rapid. And he's not someone who usually puts in slow laps. I get that 118 was surely a banker. There's no way he was that slow. But, you know, let's see what he can achieve.
Yeah, I expect to see him go, I think, probably to the top 5. I think at the moment, at this later stage of qualifying, I think he can find a few tenths in there at the moment. I won't be surprised if he does that right now. So we'll just see what as he tries to warm his tyres up there. All on the soft tyres, obviously, since it is only qualifying that they're going to be doing. They're not going to be doing the race. If they go on the mediums, they're going to be putting themselves in the back foot. So if you're confused, that is why.
All right, so Piloto then coming to the line. Here he comes. Is it 110? It could be just outside it. 111.7. So he's got a lot more room to play with. He does have to push a little bit harder. He is currently in that top 15. Of course, Rick's time is there. So he's currently in that top 15. So I don't see why we wouldn't count that in there. He's done a time. Surely we would add that to that. Like I say, just because he's out doesn't necessarily mean that league coordinators aren't paying attention to his time. Bear that in mind. Just chilling. He's just started a hot lap. Turn 1 is the bane of everyone's existence. And it's not just chillings this lap round.
Yep, I think he's in that danger zone at the moment. But again, since the times are ever so close, even as small as the margins could see you get knocked out. So Just Chillin made that mistake, in a few races where he just missed out and stuff like that. But I think he just wants to get through. If he gets through to Q2, he should be fine. But I'm guessing he's putting a bit of pressure right now. He's seeing the likes of Beaker, who's comfortably in that top 10 at the moment. He doesn't want to be one that just falls short. But I think Beaker's very impressive at the moment. He's P10. And not many drivers from last season in the bottom half have stepped up to the mark. It's mainly the new drivers that have shown some real feet. And also Veerkamp as well. Veerkamp, who was in last season, he's in 9th place at the moment. So looking like he's doing good at the moment. Just Chin's going to come across the line now. And he's got 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111 from Just Chillin. That was insane. It's nearly 8 tenths better than his previous test. Good job.
That's what we like to see. Solid time. Well done. Now let's see if Danny, who's on his outlap right now, has he got the ability to get into that low 111s? He's done a 111.790, and I think, bear in mind that the track evolution's obviously really kicked in now. He has got the opportunity to get there, and looking at the times as well, the times are pretty much in alignment in terms of Rick's time. He's 111.634 right now. If he does, it could be knocked out potentially. Oh, there goes Danny through turn 1. I thought he was going to run wide, but these guys are really throwing it through turn 1. I'm terrified of doing that.
Yeah, me too. I always bin it in turn 1, almost bin it. I don't know how these drivers are doing it. That's just great. I think you could just tell how much practice they've put in, to be honest. I think that's why they're throwing the car like that. They really want to get in this league, and if they put hours of practice in, then it shows.
Yeah, Danny had a bit of a wide hairpin, although I don't think it actually slowed him too much. I think if anything, he's got a nice solid run out of the corner, which has brought him up to this one quite smoothly. Oh, that's a wide line. He's reset. He's not happy. Okay, so that's going to be Danny's hot lap ruined. Eulis is going to go again. I think he invalidated on turn 1 because he's got 100% ERS, and he's on a hot lap technically. So off he goes then. There are other people on outlaps as well. Beaker and Kai, they're the only other two out there at the minute. The rest of them are prepping for that final push. We are what I like to call the calm before the storm. So we'll see how close this is going to get. I am very ready for this to go down. I'm so ready for the push to happen.
If I was the people in the top 10 and ones who made it through, I'll be keeping an eye on this bottom half as well, because even if you don't make it into the lead, that doesn't mean that you won't be involved in a lead. They may be looking and seeing if they're fast enough to be reserved. I wouldn't be surprised if all of these guys will be involved somehow, and I'm sure some of these guys will probably get a reserve spot as well. So, yeah. So Kai's on a lap, and I think Beaker's just about to start one. There he goes, going for the last few corners. And he's 12th at the moment, though. He's got some time to find.
Yeah, indeed. Eulis then really needs to get this lap on the board if he wants to be able to secure the top 15. He's currently at risk, but this lap time might say otherwise. 111.930 is his current best. There's 110. There's 111. He does invalidate.
Yep.
And I don't think he can... Oh, he can improve if he goes again.
Oh, he goes to P8.
Oh, he did improve. He did improve. What did I see? I saw something wrong. Anyway, he's improved. He's P8. He didn't invalidate. He's all good. I had a mild attack there.
He was 1 second exactly behind zones. Now he's 4 tenths.
Right. There we are then. That says everything.
That was a big improvement, I must say, for the Williams driver.
Yeah, huge.
I'm not going to say if that's definitely safe yet, because the times are all so close. We've seen quite a few people go wide in that hairpin there, just past where that Williams driver is. So they must be finding it difficult. And I do believe Kai improved as well. Whilst we were watching Eulis improve, he's improved to P6.
Kai Bacchini, 111.265. The times are so close now. Let's have a look at the gap to leader. Okay, so everyone is in with 1 second right the way down from P1 to P18. So it is getting very tense, very tight. If this happened in a league race, this would be an insane race to begin with. And we're not even through the qualifying. You know, that's the kind of situation you're in. Bottas Gang, though, he is currently on a flyer. He's up a 10th, which would put him around about P11. So he would break him further towards the safety net. Is he going to be able to achieve that, though? That's the real question. Here he comes in through the final 2 corners. Very nicely run through. Needs to get the exit here perfectly. 1, 8, 9, 10, 11. He jumps up to P5. He is just ahead of just chilling by 0.003 of a second. What? Let's see now. Can Dan do anything? He's currently flying through the final sector. There's another car a bit further ahead. Is that Absinthe? Yeah, Absinthe is coming through the final corner. Here he comes then. 110, 11. He jumps up to P3. Huge leap for Absinthe. 111, 065. And that just knocks everyone further down. This is brilliant stuff.
That's enough. I think I would safely say, oh, Dan P2. Wow. Zones cannot improve. Pro cannot improve. I think the top 3 are safe. They made it through into Q2, but what about the others?
Well, Danico's coming through. He's coming through the final corner now. There's a mistake that's been made somewhere. I think that was Piloto on the final corner.
Racebug's out as well. Racebug's out. He's been knocked out, sadly. Piloto's out as well.
Safso then the last one to make it into the top 15. He's ran wide. That might be invalidated. I'm not sure. I don't think it is. Is it going to be a 111? Oh, it's not. It was an improvement. It was an improvement, but he would have been out anyway.
Oh no! So your
Beaker's out. Beaker's out.
Oh yeah, Beaker's out as well. So your people that are out this round is Beaker, Rick, Piloto, Racebug, and Safso. So 2 drivers that were in RNL last season. They're not going to be doing this season at all. That is just the part and parcel, really. But congratulations to Zones, who was the fastest of all drivers in Q1.
No, Beaker, say it isn't so. Oh no, that's so sad.
I feel bad because honestly, Beaker he was like getting into 3rd overall territory in the heats. Now he's right at the bottom. That is just a shame. So we're not going to see every single champion in RNL this season. I'm just gutted, man. Everyone's getting Fs in the chat for Beaker.
Yeah, Fs are very much being highlighted in the chat for Beaker. That is a very sad situation to see. Oh no. Okay, so Zones is the fastest, like you said. He did a 110.930, and we do lose the bottom 5. That is Beaker, Rick, Piloto, Racebug, and Safso. They have not got the times that put them in there, but just as a demonstration of just how close it is, Danico did a 111.408, Beaker did a 111.593, and that is the difference between being in it or out of it.
Wow. That was close between everyone. So don't forget, we've got Q2 next, and we'll miss the bottom 4. But technically, the bottom 4 will be out again. Will not be able to take part in the league, and then the bottom 5 won't take part in Q3. But if you're P11, you'll still make it, but your car will be set, and it won't be revealed until after all of the other 10 drivers have set. So I think we've got people leaving the session, and that's just people who haven't made it.
Yeah.
I'm excited for Q2, man. I bet we're going to see some faster times. They're just going to throw hell to the mail. There might be some people sandbagging like Crow. But, you know, we'll see.
This is really heating up now. I did not expect it to be anywhere near as shocking and as tense as this. This is where things start to get pretty damn crazy. So, Dennis, he is through. He did look like he was at risk for the most part of that first qualifying. We are now into Q2. And we do have also, bear in mind, Kai Bacchini was P10 overall at the end of Q1, which if he can carry that through at the end of this session, he needs to be in the top 11. So if he can carry that through to the end of this, he will be in the Rag Nation League. Just bear that in mind.
For those of you that don't know, Kai Bacchini, superstar, he He's even interviewed Lando Norris. He spoke to Charles Leclerc as well, and he's commentated for quite a few races in the Rag Nation League.
Yeah. I think Kai has actually interviewed every single F1 driver that exists for every single F1 2019 driver and some before that.
I don't think he's interviewed George Russell.
I think he might have done. We'll have to check in with him later and find out.
I haven't seen a clip from him, but I don't know. But anyway, enough about that. Let's get on to qualifying. There's people on their lap. We've got Nicholas Longuet and Get Owned on a lap. Get Owned, I think, is the furthest to complete a lap. So he's going to be setting the benchmark, I believe. Yeah, yes, he is. Oh, right. We've got yellow flag already. That's probably people moving out of the way. Almost surely, anyway. And I think the only people in the pits are Pam Pernick and some idiot. Again, they're all really keen to get the fastest lap time possible. And is it a thing with Toro Rosso? The last session, we've seen a Toro Rosso go out first. That was Bottas gang. And this time we're seeing Get Owned. Is it just the car? I don't know. But we'll see anyway. He's looking pretty good so far. He needs to be faster than he was in the last qualifying if he wants to make it through. Don't forget the top 11 will secure their spots in the Rag Nation League, joining the top 9 that are currently there. And let's see what Get Owned does. I think he's fine. I think he's going to be validated. He comes across the line, and it's a 111.2 for Get Owned.
Yeah. So not the fastest, as Nicholas Longuet chucks in a 110.799, and there's Just Chilling, 111.494. It's starting to get pretty hot, pretty heavy, pretty early. And here comes Kai Bicini then with 2 corners left to go. Here it is. This is where it gets spicy, and Sons chucks in the fastest time of the session. I think it's the fastest time of the entire qualifying so far. And here comes Kai, a 111.164. He's showing what he's capable of. He's really demonstrating the potential he's yet to unlock, and I cannot wait to see the evolved driver that is Kai Bicini. For Veerkamp then coming through the final few as well. He's currently looking a little bit slower, but I think he might still make it to the 111s. There's the 9, there's the 10, there's the 11. He is in there, 111.406. Not quite as fast as he needs to be, but still a time to put him in that top 10. I've lost Jess. Appears to have disappeared. Yep, we'll come back to you in a sec, Jess. Right, Dan is currently just starting. Oh, he's done a lap time. He's in the 110s. There he is at 110.896. P3 is where he sits currently. At risk then are the bottom 4, remember? So currently it's Absinthe, Bottas Gang, Some Idiot and Pan Pernick, who've yet to set a time on the board, along with Daniel, who's also not yet set a time, but he was fast, remember? He was rapid as can be. Some Idiot currently working his way. He's actually in... Oh, he's on an out lap, sorry, my apologies. He's not doing a hot lap. He's currently prepping for one, so we'll come back to him in a little while. Daniel has set a time on. Yep, P6, 111.194, 300ths of a second behind Kai Bicini.
The times are mega quick already, and a lot of more people are in the 111s at this early stages. They want to get in, and you have more of a chance of actually getting in than not getting in at this stage. Only 4 drivers don't make it, and you don't want to be those 4 drivers. So, and even if you do make it, you want to get as high up in the grid as you can when you get to Q3. So they just want to show their mettle. Maybe some people are not showing their pace just yet, if they know they're going to make it, but I don't think they want to play it safe yet, because if they play it just a little bit safe, that can make the difference between making it or losing out. So Some Idiot, he comes across the line now.
Is it going to be enough? This is to start it. He's not yet actually put one in. He's on his outlet, but again, turn 1 is the disaster corner, and currently he's managed to get through that without any issues. He does have a car up ahead. That is Nicholas Longuet, who could potentially affect his line. He needs to make sure he doesn't. He's getting a toe here. This is actually working out nicely for him. Oh, here you go, Some Idiot. Let's have a nice little cheeky toe. Oh! I don't know if that was lag or if Nicholas Longuet blocked him.
I don't know.
I can't quite work out. There is definite network issues there for Some Idiot.
Don't forget, Some Idiot is American.
Yeah, but I don't know if... I don't know what happened. I would very much like to hear from Some Idiot to find out what exactly happened. It looked like he had network initially, and then it looked like he got blocked. I really don't know.
It was impossible to tell, but again, they can go again. But if it was a race situation, they would have probably gone to the stewards. But I don't know. They don't have Jess at all for this qualifier, so they're just all relying on themselves. And hopefully that doesn't losing out a chance to be in the Rag Nation League. That mistake might have costed him, but you know. We'll see. He gets to go again then. I think he gets 2 more laps, so he should be okay.
Absinthe is on a fly right now, coming through again, final few. Looking very quick, actually, I must say. I don't know if he's going to get into the 110s or not, though. This is going to be, very tight. There's the 10, there's the 11. He does just get in the low 11s, a 1:11.293. He's literally 0.003 of a second faster than Get On. Now, if you cast your mind back to the qualifier for Season 3, Absinthe actually just lost out in the qualifying runs like this. It was in Brazil, and there was a bit of a mistake made by Absinthe, which caused him to DNF, and that was it, out of the running for it. Here he comes in for Season 4 qualifier, and he's looking in a really good place currently to actually make it into the league. So good stuff from Absinthe. Good to see commitment. I want to see that from a lot more of these drivers.
Yeah, this is a place in RNL Season 4 they're talking about. It means business. I mean, some of these guys, they just need to put the pedal to the metal a bit more. They need to get into the low 111s or even the 110s to stand a chance of actually getting to this league. And even if you're 5th, 6th, 7th, that may not be enough. There may be times that will go out of the water. We may see the bottom 4. They might chuck in a really fast lap time. Bottas gang, he's P13 right now. This is not like him. We could see him just go out the park. So he is struggling a little bit to actually get into the 111s right now. Could this be game over? I don't know.
It's possible. All right, here comes Danny then. On a hot lap. A 112.0 was what he set before. There's the 111. It is a 111.6. He is P12, but right now that just isn't enough. He needs to be in the top 11 in order to make it through. Some idiot is on a outlap. Pampernick is coming through the final sector then. This has to be quick. He's got 6 minutes to go, so he does still have time. But he needs to really get his foot down, really smash out a quality time. And he says, nope, I'm going to wait. I ain't got time. I've clearly done something wrong. I got to reset and go again.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I'm told
happened?
Pampernick has no DRS.
Ah. That's going to lose
That's a
so
problem.
much time. Yeah, that's going to lose so much time. He's got to get a move on, though. He's only got 5 minutes left. Hopefully it gets fixed by the time he gets to do his final run. But that might just cost him there. I mean, that'll be a shame if that happens. Just Chilling's in danger as well. Could we lose not 1 but 2 league coordinators from the Rag Nation League?
I don't know how...
Just Chilling, please.
I don't know how I could handle it.
I don't know. Oh, we need Just Chilling in someday. Well, actually, no, he's safe at the moment. The 11. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, he's safe currently, but only just. I mean, he's got 210 separating... Well, 110. Oh, no, sorry, 210 separating him and Danny, which currently does make him safe, but we've got some idiot yet to put a time on the board. Bear in mind, he's someone that we predict to be near the front. And currently, yes, he's not been able to put a time on. Let's see now, though. Here he comes through the final 2. Time's looking quick. 104 is where you need to be if you want to get in the 110s by the time you get to that last bit. 110, 111, he's in it. He's in the top 5. That is him very comfortably up there. That does put Just Chilling outside of the top 10.
Yeah, and we've got Danny still very, very close to... I'm just going to check the gap between 10th and 11th. That's separated by... Actually, no, 11th and 12th. That's separated by 1/10 as well. That just goes to show how close it is. As everyone is going out of the pit. Some idiot's still out, but he's going to the pit. I don't think he's going to have enough time, but Ulas has got the rev glitch for me, so I won't be going on board with him, but he's got some clear air, but the track will be evolving, so maybe him going out too early may have cost him a little bit. He's P10, he's just on that borderline, so, you know, I'm sure if he gets clear air, he should be fine, but we'll see. Zones is still the man to beat right now. 1:10.5. I did say Ben at the start of the stream he could be one to watch out for. And he's proven me right yet again. So He's on pole at the moment. Well, not pole, but he is in a good spot for Q3 by a country mile.
Right, so here comes Euless then. He's just started a hot lap, going down the very long straight up towards the very harsh hairpin. He can't afford to be slow there at all. There's Daniel getting nicely out of the way. All right, here we come then. Round there, no problem. Very tidy there for Euless. That was good stuff. All right, let's see if he can continue the remainder of this lap and put himself in that low end, even further lower, because he's already in a 1:11.3, which is a very low end time. Let's see if he can get even lower. He's going to be very close. He is 8 tenths between him and P1. There is a possibility to improve. Remember, the track has started to properly evolve. It's now at its almost fully evolved state. Can he make it through the final sector without a mistake? It's looking tidy, but there is a little bit of network situation going on where he's jittering around a little bit, so I can't quite fully work out if he's having too many mistakes. It looks clean enough. Here it comes to the line. It is faster, but only just, and it doesn't really move him. He is top 10 though. That's what's important.
Yeah, top 10 is a chance. Oh
no, Daniel.
Does Daniel find it? Oh no. So he's got one. I think he's got one last chance, Ben. I think if he wants to secure his spot, he's 7th for now. But for how much longer? I don't think it's safe to be getting a cup of tea and waiting for Q3. I don't think. I would definitely say Zones is safe. But we just know. Oh, Ulas! Was it P4 for a minute there? Did he just go to P4?
Either he had really bad network connection and that.
Wow,
I'm stunned because he was not fast. He was not, when he crossed the line, he didn't improve. But suddenly he has improved.
That's confusing. Can we just get... Oh, Crow! Crow's just gone fastest, Ben.
Yeah.
He is back. He's back to form now. He's
waking up.
He's been sandbagging, I can tell you. Even if he thinks he's not, he was. So watch out for this dude. We'll see. We'll find out anyways. Everyone is about to start their final lap. Everyone is out.
All that thought, because Kai Bacchini is coming to the line. This might be a 110. It's not. It's slightly slower, but he is P7, so he is currently in the safe zone. He doesn't have time to go again. That's his issue right now. So he has to pray now that he has done enough to get into the top 11. I mean, granted, we're asking for 5 people below him to be faster. And that would still put him P11. So there's a very solid chance that he's in there. Well, Geton has jumped up there. He's in P4 now. So that's Kai knocked slightly down a place. Fingers crossed for him at least that he can keep in. But let's have a look for Bottas Gang. He's currently working. He was clearly invalidated. He's going again. So let's see how that goes. Danny, he's on a hot lap. He's just started.
Don't forget Danny. Danny and Fearcap has got to find so much time. And obviously got Pamerick, who's still... Oh, his DRS is working now, Ben. That is good news. That is good news. I think I can see him up there. I think we'll see how he is in sector 1, 15.5. 15.5 was his first sector. I'm seeing what else his first sector is. Actually, no, I can't check, which is annoying, really. But we've got Crow and Zones. They finished. Dan has finished as well. Some idiot, he's crossed the line. Oh, they touched with the Williams. That's the AI, surely. And we've got Ghetto and Ulas. They're still on a lap.
I'm keeping an eye on Pampernick. I want to see how his lap does because he's looking good and he's realistically, he is doing the one-shot qualifying. He is giving it the one-shot wonder. And it's looking solid. The pressure is on. This is how you know how good a driver is. Can they handle this amount of pressure? Can they get into that top 11? This is looking tense. This is looking tight. I think he's just outside it. He might be a 111, but he might be a low one. Here he comes. He's P8. He's in. Pan Pernick has done what is required.
Kai's made it as well.
Do you know who hasn't?
Bottas Gang.
Just chilling.
And Bottas Gang as well. 2 shocks that haven't made it. I thought he was gonna do it. And Veerkamp as well. And Daniel.
I am
Daniel was
Stunned.
P2. Daniel was P2 overall in the heat, and he hasn't made it. Actually, he has. It's so
Yeah,
confusing.
he's just in it. He's just in. He's just made it into it. So, Bottas, Gang, Camp, JC, and Absinthe are the ones that are now out. As much as that hurts me to say it, they are out. It is Daniel, Kai, Danny, Panpernick, Sumidiot, Euless, Geton, Dan, Dennis, Zones, and Nicholas Longue who are into Season 4 of the Rag Nation League. This is crazy. And we still have the final to go.
Do you know the biggest surprise out of all this? It was why are there's people leaving that they have to stay? They've got Q3. But Dennis was the biggest surprise. He thought he was going to be the slowest there, but he's not. He's P3. So I guess Ben will have to find another steward because he is not going to be a steward anymore. He's going to have a driver's seat for next season.
Well, we may have to, JC may have to fill that role, I guess, because he's currently, he's out, isn't he?
I guess he will have to.
Yeah.
We'll see anyway.
If he should want to, at least.
But props to Zones as well for getting P2. I mean, that was impressive from Zones. I wasn't surprised Crow was there, but he was back at his pure pace. So now P11 is being confirmed to what team they will be in, but it won't be revealed until the end of Q3. So yeah, we'll have to find out what seat Daniel has got, but we'll see what the top 10 can do. They don't know what seat they get. Just because they qualify P1, that doesn't mean they get Mercedes. It is completely random.
Oh, I'm so sad. I'm so sad that JC's left me. He's broken my heart and left me my trusted. I've lost them both. This is traumatizing. I can't handle it. Someone hold me.
We need a new host as well, Ben. We need a new host.
But we do have some of the new drivers here. Most of the new drivers here. We have one who's obviously in P11 who will follow it through. It was Danny.
Wait. If you think about it, the ones that were fighting for their spots last season and have to qualify for this season, they're out. If you think about it, these are all new drivers.
That's true.
Let that sink in for a minute.
There is none of the bottom 10, or bottom 11 if you like, that have made it into the next season. That blows my mind quite considerably.
Well, technically Crow, but Crow did resign, but still.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, Crow was in it last season, but he was only in it for a few races. But wow, these top of 10, including Daniel, deserve to be there. They are the fastest in the league, and I'm sure they're going to be pretty pleased with that. I think some of these guys, they may just be happy to be there. They may just get some lads in the back. Some of these guys, they want to show that they're the best in the league. They want to see if they can give Mizzo a run for his money, and Nick Turn as well. They are the current ones to beat, as it were. They were the top 2 last season. We'll see if any of those guys can match them.
Nicholas Longue did, in fact, invalidate turn 1. So that's a sad panda situation. Zones is currently out there as well on a hot lap. We've got 10 minutes to go of this session. Just under. And again, this is to work out who goes into what team. They don't know where they're going. I know where they're going if they finish in whatever position they finish in. Which is good. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait now. This is going to be hyped.
Yeah, I'm excited as well. I can't wait for this season to begin already. I mean, I think we're already going to see some huge surprises. We could see the ones that we might not expect to get pole. We may see someone that was sandbagging during Q2. They could just pull off a good lap and get into the 110s. We've even seen Dennis in practice get into the 110s. And there we go, Zones has just done it. 110.5 already, that's just insane.
He's really demonstrating what he's capable of. And this is now a sort of borderline esports territory. Bear that in mind. He's absolutely in a position where he could be up there with those big boys. Yeah, it's qualifying, not yet getting to the race, and that's when that all things change quite drastically. But still, it's getting really quick here. I cannot wait to see what happens in the beginning of the league. It's going to be hot.
Yeah, they've only got a short amount of time for Q3, don't forget, just like in real life, so they haven't got that long to get a lap in. And Get Owned is just invalidated. He's in the pits right now. We've got Danny that's just gone past turn 11 now and going into turn 12. Oh!
Danny.
That went wide. That is, I think that's it. Is that invalidated? No, it's not.
Well, I mean, either way, it's going to be a slow lap time because he is losing the car left, right, and centre. He needs to be a 104. Oh, we have lost Eulis. He's retired, but he's done a 111.1, so there's still a time on the board, but not quite at the pace he would want to be.
He still made it. He still made it to RNL, so he's got nothing to lose, really. So he's going to hope he gets the car that he wants, really.
It is 2 hours ahead for him, so it is technically 11:15. It's not too bad for him. Here, come on then, let's see. Panpenic's done a 111.221, which is great stuff. Good stuff to see his times chucking in. Dan coming into the pits. Something went wrong on his lap. He invalidated his first one. He's already failed the second one, or he's in lap at least. He's coming in. We've got a fair few people in the pits. 4 people yet to put times on the board. The remaining 6 have done that. Zones is the fastest overall with a 110.593.
And Mizzo doesn't have to be naked, I think, anymore, because Crow's made it, if you think about it. Just to point that out. So, yeah. Mizzo, Mizzo, you don't, I think you'll be gutted, I think, that Crow's made it, but I'm happy anyway. But, Dennis is disconnected.
Yeah, he has. He's trying to get back in, but he keeps saying session no longer exists for him. Sad Panda?
Yeah, sad Panda face. Hopefully we can get him in anyway, because we'll see. I think Zone is on his out lap at the moment as well. So he's going to try and find some time. He's the one to beat at the moment. We haven't seen what Crow could do on his next flyer as well.
Yeah. I mean, Crow was the fastest overall. So Nicholas Longuet was the fastest last session. I think he did a 1:10.3 if I remember correctly. So he has set the fastest lap time of the entire qualifying session, but we are still yet to see if anybody can push it even faster. Now, if you compare this on similar to official F1 style, then the Q3 was always the fastest because they could just chuck in ridiculous times. But in Q2 is where they choose the tyres that they go into the race with. That's got nothing to do with it in this respect because this is just all about how fast you can be.
Yeah, it's mainly about the position. It doesn't matter if your time is slower than it was in Q2 because you've done the hard work. You made it. You've done enough to qualify in the top 20 and you've done enough to get into the Rag Nation League. All it counts to make sure is if you beat your rivals to try and get the best, to try and get a number. You'll be given a number based on your position, and that will be your car as well. So that will be good to see as well. So Zone's on another lap at the moment. He's looking so quick again. It's going to be tough for Longuet to see if he can beat it. We could see a rivalry between Longuet and Zone for the rest of this qualifying session. So watch out. We could be in for a very intense, and we've got 5 minutes to go. Oh my God, Ben, I can't wait. I don't want this to end.
Me neither, but we've got to. We've only got just under 5 minutes to go, and Zone's currently chucking the fastest time on the board overall. He's still going for another fastest if he can. He doesn't know where this will plant him, and I think he's very, very much wanting to demonstrate who he is, make a proper name for himself. He ran very wide there. I don't think he invalidated, but he crosses the line. He does improve. It is a 110.570. Currently no one near him. 6/10 clear. Nicholas Longuet, though, he's out there and he's trying to beat it. Let's see what he can do.
Yeah, I think 4 people not setting lap time, so we won't be able to see how fast he is if he's improved, because obviously he hasn't set a lap time yet. So all we're going to see is what fast lap time is set. Wow, 48.9 was his set to 2. That was impressive. Oh my God, this is going to be quick as anything, as he's going to go past. I can't remember what corners, but here we go. He's looking mega quick. The banana car of Nicola. Oh, that's a slide from I think that's costing him time. 111.0, that puts him P2, and he's hit the wall! He's out!
Yeah, I think he did it on purpose.
Yeah, he did. But
I mean, now you're in, you can pretty much just sort of relax. And these guys, again, they don't know where they're going to be placed. And I think ultimately they're not that fussed where they get placed, to be truthfully honest. But we shall see.
We've got an announcement. We've got I'm not sure it's confirmed, but we've got Renault announcing that Beer Camp is going to be reserved.
Yep, I've heard that as well. So Renault have already chosen their reserve. Because the teams have now been sort of, I guess, sorted, if you like. I mean, the drivers are obviously working out which teams they go into, but now that we know who's in and who's not, they can start using the pool of drivers that have not made it to start putting in their reserves. So obviously Verveerkamp has been picked up. We saw him earlier in the qualifier, so he still has a chance. He was actually a reserve in last season.
That is a good move to put Veerkamp as reserve. So Renault's got the job done first. They're the first team to do it, so other teams have got to get a move on. But I'm guessing some of the teams are waiting for the drivers to be selected. So I think both of the drivers can work together to see which reserve would best fit their pool. I think that we don't know who's in that Renault seat with Brownie, but we'll see anyway. But as we're on the final 2 minutes of this qualifying session, some people are happy with their laps, so they're gonna stay in the pits. They're just happy that they made it, to be fair. Others, like Kai, I think he's the only one out, and some idiot as well. Some idiots out and get owned as well. These guys want to get as high up as possible, just for some glory points and to show to the teams waiting for them that they are fast people. So we'll watch out and see what happens. And don't forget, your final position determines the car for next season. So
yeah,
it's make or break time.
It really is. And they are, honestly, I am so pleased with how this qualifier has gone down. I mean, it's not gone without its dramas, that's for sure, but it's absolutely been really good to see the pace that people are chucking down, how much people wanted to get in, and to see some of the names that we can see on the left. We've commentated them in other leagues. This is just insane. I can't believe Kai's in. He's worked so hard to get here. I am so pleased for him. 12-year-old Kai Bacchini smashed it and is into the Rag Nation League.
And Dennis is in as well.
The steward that is Dennis. Here comes Kai. And improves. He's in the 10s. Let's go.
Yes, Kai. He was in the 10s last time, wasn't he?
I think he was a low 11, if I remember correctly.
So that was his personal best then. Kai, wow.
2/10 faster, if I remember correctly. I think it was a 1:11.1.
He's being Crow as well, but I'm guessing it doesn't matter for Crow where he things. He's in the league, so it's not going to affect him that much. But I expect Dan to be in the top 5 as well. I won't be surprised if Dan gets up there. As we've got, I think some idiot is there as he's gonna say nope, he's not improving, so he stays P3. I'm just seeing if anyone else on the lap. Danny's on the lap. Sure, yeah, he is. Pan is on the lap. Get Own is on the lap. I think everyone apart from some idiot is on the lap right now, and I think Kai's just finishing as well. I think he's backed out, I think, as well. So we've got 2 people backed, 3 people backed out. Everyone else is full beans to see who gets the top spot. But I think the top spot, I won't be surprised, it'll probably go to Zones if I don't jinx it. But we'll see. We'll see. Dan could pull a time out of the back. Let's see. Let's follow Dan, actually. 104 is looking quick. 105, 106, 107, 108, 109. Invalidated. Oh, no. Danny comes across the line. And it's a 111.6. That puts him P7. So
that's it. Oh no, there's only Zones who can really improve. Unless Kai's not going for it. Some idiot is also not going for it. It's just Zones.
Pan's improved in sector 2.
Pan, sorry, yeah, I didn't see him.
So here he goes. 107.8. P2. He's just beaten Kai.
Oof. Oh, that's nice. That's what we like to see. Good job, Pan. Put yourself up there in the top 3 and put yourself a banging P2. Here comes Zones then. He's just having a nice little wiggle. He knows he's P1 and he has nailed it. Every session, Zones was fast and he has properly chucked it into there. I am so pleased for him. I'm so pleased for the next season. I cannot wait for it to begin. This is about to get hypey.
Here we go then. So we've got Zones, Pan, Kai, some idiot, Nicholas Longe, Ulas, Danny, Dan, Get-Owned, Dennis, and Daniel, who have made it to the Rag Nation League. And are we about to find out who's got what team, or do we have to wait until next season or on Twitter or something like that?
It will be announced. The league coordinators are going to work it out. They're going to post it all up together, make sure it gets announced publicly. So if you haven't already got in the Discord, if you want to find out, !Discord in the chat. We'll give you a link directly to the Discord server, and you will see the announcement in there to show exactly who is where in what team and who are you going to root for when it comes into the next season. But that is it for the RNL Qualifier. It's been an absolute pleasure. Jess, thank you so much for joining me, and I cannot wait for the next season to begin.
I'm excited as well. Thank you for having me, and make sure you join us for the is it the full 21 calendar race grid? Is it?
Yes, it is.
So make sure you join us for Australia.